I recently realized that my vibe coding assistant was lying to me, and this suspicion was confirmed by other vibe builders in our vibe builders collective. It's not doing it intentionally or out of malice. It's being perfectly helpful in its own artificial mind. In this video, I'll show you exactly what happened and give you 3 powerful ways to make sure your AI assistant can never blow up your vibe coding project in your face. Let's dive in. Here's a common experience when building in a no-code IDE tool like Replit or Lovable. The AI assistant announces it has created 3 new files for the project. Great news, right? Not so fast. What I've discovered through painful experience is that AI assistants, particularly coding assistants, are surprisingly unreliable at tracking what they actually do versus what they claim they do. They confidently report fixing bugs that are in fact still broken, making changes that never happened, and creating files that don't exist. This isn't just annoying, it's costing you hours of development time and creating downstream bugs that will come back to haunt you. In the previous video, I broke down the difference between Repl.it agent, the chef who takes the request and builds the whole thing without involving you, and Repl.it assistant, the sous chef, who works with you step by step. But even Repl.it assistant has its own agenda. Here's the problem. Repl.it assistant has a strong system prompt that configures it to be helpful in ways you didn't ask for. It's like sending your assistant to get milk from the store, but they come back with powdered sugar and birthday candles because, you know what, they noticed you were running low. Then, when you send them to the store for milk again, on their way out the door, they notice the oven temperature is set too high and they stop to adjust it. Then, instead of going to the store, they come back to you and report that they've just fixed the oven temperature. Meanwhile, you're still standing there without any milk. And at some point, you just send somebody else to the store or go yourself. So, how do you deal with these well-meaning AI assistants that seem to have perpetual ADD? I've developed 3 defense lines that have saved my sanity while building my production app. Defense line number 1, forceful prompting. Your first defense against AI distraction is using extremely direct, forceful language in your prompts. You need to be crystal clear and leave no wiggle room for the assistant to go off on its own bug-fixing adventure. If you're a paid Substack subscriber, meaning that you're a Vibe Builder Collective member, I've included my exact prompting language at the end of the Substack article that will keep Repl.it Assistant focused on the task at hand and on Rails. These templates are part of our structured approach in the collective where we create PRDs, break them down into tasks, and then execute a task one by one with precise language that prevents the AI from getting sidetracked. I'll include links to the Substack article below. Defense line number 2, get a second AI assistant. This has been a game changer for my development process. I keep Perplexity open in another browser tab while I work in Repl.it. When Repl.it Assistant does something unexpected or shows an error, like one of those red triangles with the exclamation mark inside, I screenshot what's happening in Repl.it, 2, copy and paste any relevant text, 3, upload it to Perplexity in the same thread along with the project context like PRD, the development plan, and then I ask Perplexity to explain what's happening and how to fix it. Unlike Repl.it Assistant, Perplexity is not configured to automatically fix bugs that it finds, and it actually answers your questions. It will either tell you how to reprompt Repl.it Assistant correctly or give you step-by-step instructions for fixing the code yourself. And yes, this means sometimes directly editing code files. But there's no need to panic. Even as a non-coder, you can copy the file contents into Perplexity, ask what needs changing, and then it will tell you exactly which code lines to replace with what other code lines. I found that this is often much faster than trying to get Repl.it Assistant back on track. Plus, there's a hidden benefit. You start learning code patterns through osmosis. It's like learning a new language by mimicking the native speakers or at least being exposed to the language rather than like opening the dictionary and studying grammar books. Defense line number 3: switch models when your second AI assistant gets stuck. Here's something I've noticed repeatedly. When you're bug fixing with the same AI model in a long text thread, you'll eventually hit a point where it starts suggesting solutions that you've already tried. And you'll notice that the AI starts going in circles. It will start offering up the same solutions over and over again. And that is when an AI tool like Perplexity really comes in useful. It's not tied to one model family like Claude or ChatGPT. If you have Perplexity Pro for $20 a month, you get access to multiple top-tier models, some of which are quite advanced and expensive, like Gemini's 2.5 Pro reasoning model. So when you hit that inevitable dead end in your debugging with one model, you can simply switch from Gemini 2.5 Pro to Claude 4, from regular mode to deep research mode, from one reasoning approach to another reasoning approach. So it's like bringing in a colleague with fresh eyes. Here's what I've noticed. Anytime I get stuck and then I switch the models, the new model often does have a breakthrough with a new solution. If you're intrigued by this approach to building with AI, I'd love for you to check out the Vibe Builders Collective. When you subscribe to the paid version of the Substack, you get access to our Slack community where we run regular live building sessions, we work through structured onboarding projects together, we support each other through the learning process, we build real useful applications, even if you've never written a line of code before. We're currently working on our third collective onboarding project, and it's been incredible to see complete beginners start getting confidence as vibe coders. The best part is that you're not learning alone. You have accountability partners who are struggling and succeeding right alongside you. I'll leave a link to how to join the Vibe Builders Collective below.